What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to give you guys some Atlanta Falcons news. But if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So in Atlanta Falcons news, the Falcons have signed safety Jordan Fuller. Jordan Fuller formerly played for the LA Rams and most recently with the Carolina Panthers. He goes about 6'2", 205 pounds. And he is a guy that played under Raheem Morris when he was with the LA Rams back in 2021. When he won the Super Bowl, Raheem Morris was the defensive coordinator of the Rams at that time. So there's a huge familiarity between those two guys in the scheme that we run here on the defense here in Atlanta. So this makes sense in bringing in Jordan Fuller. He is one of those guys. When I looked at his film from college and looked at his highlights and things of that nature when he was with the Rams, he's a guy that's a very good open field tackler, closes in on the ball really well, a very cerebral player, very smart defensive back or safety. He is a guy that can move around and play different positions, whether it's the strong safety or the free safety. But the first thing that I really noticed when I looked at his film is he's good at taking the football away. He has elite ball skills. In his NFL career, he has 7 interceptions. He's a guy that's 27 years old, so still in his prime. And I really believe he still has his best football still in front of him. And I definitely think this had a lot to do with his familiarity as to why they brought him in, because Raheem Morris is familiar with him and had a lot of success with him with the LA Rams. I really feel like Justin Simmons, I like Justin Simmons' game a lot, but I think he left a lot to be desired last year. For whatever reason, I don't think we got the best version of Justin Simmons last year coming over from the Denver Broncos. And I don't know if that had more to do with the scheme that Jimmy Lake was running last season, or whether that was just Justin Simmons may have lost a step at this point. But I definitely think that Jordan Fuller can come in and hit the ground running because of his familiarity with the scheme. Because he's a guy, like I said, that's still in his prime at this point. I really feel like he can bring a different element to this Atlanta Falcons team that was kind of missing last season. Now, you guys know that I'm huge on being able to pressure the quarterback and your front seven being able to dominate the line of scrimmage. And last season, we didn't have that. I'm not a huge component of having a really elite secondary, but having a mediocre or below average front seven. And I really feel like that was the case last season. I really think that our secondary played well at times, but because we weren't putting pressure on the quarterback, it put a lot of pressure on guys like Justin Simmons. It put a lot of pressure on D. Alfords and, Jesse Bates and those guys that was on the back end. So I really feel like our secondary, they work hand in hand. And I really feel like the secondary looked a lot worse than it should have looked last season due to us not creating consistent pressure. So hopefully this season we can ramp up the pressure up front, which will create more opportunities for guys like Fuller, Jordan Fuller that we brought in, create more opportunities for guys like AJ Terrell on that back end and make plays on the football. But just looking at Jordan Fuller's game, that's the number one thing that stands out to me is his ability to take the football away. And we know in Dan Quinn's, cover 3 defense, Raheem Morris, any of those guys that run that cover 3, Jeff Ulbrich, who's come over as our DC, the number one thing that Dan Quinn preached when he was our head coach is the ball was the most important thing, creating turnovers. So I really feel like that's the difference or the reason why they decided to bring in Jordan Fuller is because of his ability to take the ball away as far as interceptions, to give the offense more opportunities and more cracks at scoring touchdowns and scoring points. So I like this move by Atlanta Falcons. Jordan Fuller isn't a huge name. He's not the splash, the big splash type of name that I know a lot of fans want to hear. But if you go look at his production and things that he has done, since he's been in the league, I really like this signing a lot. If you remember back in 2016, we had a guy on our team named Ricardo Allen, who a lot of people thought, wasn't a really good player, but he played really well in Dan Quinn's scheme. He was taking the ball away, a lot of interceptions and things of that nature. So I definitely think it's not always about the big name players being on your roster. It's about all 11 guys playing as one. And I really feel like Jordan Fuller is one of those guys that's really cerebral and a guy that will fit into this defense, and he'll fit in to the puzzle pieces that we're missing on this Atlanta Falcons defense. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Jordan Fuller signing to the Atlanta Falcons. I have a lot more content coming for you guys, but as always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.